Still two teams where we're unsure on the barometer of these rosters, hoping Mirage can add some much-needed firepower and experience to complexity, and wondering what is this OG squad going to put together? What are their goals? Right now, it's just to close out this pistol round. 2 opening kills as Cole get very aggressive in the B apartments, and OG will run their way into the site.
Yeah, Grim trying to hold the line. JT will tap one out from the short side. That's Keto on the receiving end of it. But the bomb is still back in spawn here. OG are not committed to the idea of the B play just yet. And they now know that there were 2 players there. They even suspect another man could be making his way over on rotation. And they're right in that. They're in the A site. They're going to get the bomb down here. So the retake, the onus on this round is on complexity. And they lose JT over in middle.
Yeah, if there was a guy to keep your eyes on in this game, it would be Regali, right? The Romanian rock star on the AWP. This guy is so talented, and for his relative level of inexperience, puts on some great games. Now, the bomb is default. There's the danger. He's got a kick. Can Floppy cross in? Fashion might have to pull the blade out. The shank in the sight. Floppy out of ammo, out of time, and they will spam him out. It got a bit scary there with only one man playing the bomb, but as they try and warm into this T side, gonna pop out of Palace in the first go round. What a ballsy call from Nexa. Just go flying in. They catch Cole in transition as they try and get back into A. They do it very quickly. 2 from Grim. Floppy smoked out of spawn, gonna push through it, and Keto hits a nice shot, but it's just him and Fasha, the latter of which is coming in on a lurk. Oh, Cole got to be ready for this one. They've got eyes on Con, but this smoke is fading, and Fasha's got an idea. There's one. It's still closed by Complexity, who, while we're caught off guard a little bit on that Palace pop, do manage to put a lid on it.
So it might have to be a bit of a brawly round here for OG if they want to find a way into it, and that's not the start they wanted. JT opens on his B defense. He'll even shut down that second man in. This is grinded to such an awkward halt for OG, trying to force this play into the B site. It was only JT there left to get past, but he puts on a clinic and does not let them out of the apartments.
Hauser getting loud as well, screaming down the house. I think that's what we'd like to see.
Oh, it nearly gets awkward for Hauser. Luckily enough, the Eagle shot just sails right on past him. He was not looking at ramp. That could have been the opener. But instead, nothing more than a what if. Nice. And Mirage will promptly send OG packing from atop the stairs. Oh, he won't commit to that fight. He thinks that it's clear. He gave it a pretty deep check, but right on that corner was Nexa with the bomb. Still, JT's got the drop on the first man, makes it a double, and Grim moves in to support. They go back, they check for Nexa, and even though he's got that kill to propel himself into the site, still needs to churn his way through a 1v5. Gets it down to 3. There's a man tucked in at the bench. Nexa might even be aware of this, but at 22 HP, he can't take any risks here, and he's going to get backstabbed up through short. It's Floppy to find him. And every time they win a round, Hauser gets louder and louder.
Fast for Fasha into connector. It's going to be a fast A split with pistols, and Hauser's caught off by the timing. Quick kill on the AWP. Floppy's going to try and trap Fasha in the corner. That smoke gives him a way out, though, into safety. Ooh, awkward timing with a nade pull. Mirage has to do everything. Fiku picks it from ramp, and a flick for Fasha finds another, leaving JT in a clutch.
Yeah, not impossible, though. Not impossible for the man at the helm of Cole. And every one of these B plays, he's delivered multi-kills so far. Now they're asking him to clutch in an A retake. It's the presence of Nexa in mid, but oh no, what a whiff! He's given JT the fight. And Nexa missing that opportunity to just seal the deal on the round there, put a stop to the clutch, and now the pressure's still on. JT is low, and Fiku, he is a clutch player. He always has been, even in the old OG roster. Fiku is the man you would want alive in these clutches. Does he still have that quality?
No way.
That X Factor he will, plays it perfectly, just waits for the tap, knows that all the pressure's on JT, and he keeps it very collected, very calm.
They can support with flashes as well. He's about to be popped off himself, but he still hits a blind shot. Flashes Floppy in for more. He's got a second one for the swing. Floppy's got to be careful. Blinded by his teammate. Might not matter though. No one's swinging out Palace. No one's trading anything. And so Grim's able to stop k1to, segregating OG to ramp. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And Floppy takes another head, leaving just this AWP at the back of the pack. This has not gone well for OG, and Elige is here to finish the job. 6-4, and a clean round for Complexity as well. Not a single casualty. As close as reset is that round.
You know, if it weren't for Fiku being heads up over towards short, that actually could have had a far more interesting result. And I like that they even have, the bravado to go for a play like that. There's no arguing that Complexity are playing a confident game right now. In this round, though, they lose players over in middle after they attempt to batten down the hatches on OG's mid-take. JT's trapped in a bit of an awkward spot, and he will fall to Fasha up in Palace. Grim taking up his steed over in jungle, looks to hold the line. But this is awkward.
Oops. Cole will check mid again, but k1to, as he starts to peer back into middle, Halzuk hits a very important shot. The bomb drops in, though. Or Fasha does, rather, looking for fights instead, and they're both on a plate. He'll take 1.5. Grim in the clutch. He's got a nade for that plant. Fiku's going to go for it. Fake out. Grim with a drop, and Fiku swings wide and surprises Grim for a 6th round for OG.
Getting the info ahead of time. Even now, you see that second rotate over towards B. They use it to assemble the boost on short, and now they're aggroing mid, trying to take info away from here. So as time's gone on, they built up a bit of a better picture as to where this play was ending up. Is that going to do them any favors, though? Even though they're out in mid and they find Fasha down in lower, it's still this 3v3 retake laid out ahead of them.
That could have been the spam on the plant, but OG get it down, and this kill decides it all. Grim caught creeping through connector. Fiku's found him, and as long as he doesn't swing out and give Halzuk a reason to believe, well, now Cole might go for it, because Elige is on a quick flank. It was being held. Timing's a miss. Nexa gets cleared perfectly by Elige, and with this bomb plant, k1to is not in position to stop any sort of defuse. They can cover the stick, smoke on the bomb. Halzuk's going for it, and Elige has got that cover. Complexity win a 2-on-3 retake, looking good. But OG have won two low eco, two low economy rounds before. k1to, that's out of nowhere. Blinding headshots as they climb up the ladder. It's Halzuk to trade.
Yeah, both barrels got spotted, both Floppy and Elige. That was almost too easy for k1to there to get a double kill like that. Like a wolf pack. With Halzuk dinged and Fiku swinging out. I mean, we say Wolfpack, there's the lone wolf of OG, rearing his head out from the Palace and locking in an equal scoreline. OG giving it all they've got. This was another one of these like low econ rounds that they find the results in. And this is in spite of both Elige and Grim topping the charts. You've got a strong AWPing presence in Halzuk.
Not the first and not the last. Cole looking to fight for middle this time. They're going to go for the boost out under. Elige on a FAMAS. They're the ones lacking in the last round of the half. And finally, Regali's AWP sings. Well, taps down under, catch JT. They store him off the bottom of the boost. k1to does give away a kill, but if you look at the minimap, you'll see Fiku's basically, they're going for a full gamble. This is great for Complexity. This is coming in at the right time. Fasha's Lurk might not be able to do anything in time, and OG might just walk into all 3 players.
Grim, he is waiting patiently, but it doesn't matter. Fiku finds the opener. Still, more where that came from. The rest of the stack now moves into position.
Dear.
Floppy locking it down with a double.
Nice.
Hell, why not make it 3? It's just Fasha on this wrap round, and Halzuk left to beat. He deals with Floppy, but he can't go any further. Halzuk silences him with the scout, and just like that, Complexity win out this first half of play.
Middle. They could go up cat, to be honest, with this kind of play. JT showing out ramp. They are going to run up the ladder. It's Fiku here to stop them. Who else would you want in this position? He's been hitting bangers all day. Nexa waiting as well. There's even a baiting player in the sight. Fiku might not let them get that far, and it's k1to swinging out with him to drop that bomb. 2-on-3. The dualies come in clutch, and Halzuk is left alone.
very long rotates through the apartments. Halzerk is looking for this B-site player, and he spotted him now back at the market. Might just have to attempt the plant, and that's when the swing comes through out of the apartments. Fasha there, just in the nick of time. Couple of Max to try and lead the charge. Util getting lobbed over by Halzerk to tee up the rest of his team, and in they come. Elige falls first. Grim doesn't last much longer, and Fiku holds it down from short. This is a nice display from OG as all across the map. They'll win out these fights. Halzerk doesn't know where to look. Too many angles, too many targets.
So they're not just locked out and trapped in a post plant. This could get very dicey. Keto needs something massive here. It's a spray and a half, but he can't finish off Grim. And they've taken space. They've taken an AK as well. As far as these rounds go, Cole already doing what they must to make it very interesting.
Yeah, they've got to apply the pressure. He's got to be there to just deny the fallback into CT. They're creeping up. Oh, I'm so nervous because on this swing, Fasha really had to hit these, and they're allowed to get out through the spawn. Regali's doing all he can from the spawn side, closing the distance with the dualies. Halzerk on the Glock, trying to win the 1v1, and there just simply isn't time for Fasha. Halzerk rocks out with his Glocks out and locks in that round for Complexity.
2 Glock kills in the eco round. They have a bunch of Tech 9s. They don't even matter. Halzerk does it.
And when that doesn't happen, they're going to start to take the space up through short. JT nails the opener. Regali now, the last line of defense for this B site. Needs to buy a bit of time. Fasha moves in. Will take one with him before all is said and done. Regali still tucked in at the fan. Is run down by Halzerk, who's got a bit of a personal vendetta against him ever since that last round. Bests him in the head-to-head, and now this falls into the 2v2. With Halzerk given a bit of freedom on this short, he's going to need it. Back of the site, looks for the short fight, will win it. Oh, a tag down range, but not quite finishing the job. Now will Fiku be the one that gets away and lives to make him regret this day, or does Halzerk hold the line? Pistol out, not moving, unwavering, and Fiku, surely you don't check this deep at the back. He will swing it, and he finds him. Kit picked up. Fiku sticks the landing in the clutch. Just add it to the tally for this guy. Put him in a 1vx, and he's favored no matter what it feels like.
He keeps doing it, man. That really helps for Halzerk, who played that round so well. All the entries onto B, trades out JT, hits the tag, and he even reads, just due to the time, that last player has to be coming from at the back of the site. He's not going to get close peeked. He's going to get wide peaked, and just one P250 shot, it's not enough. All goes to plan.
They're hoping that it's going to be the AWP over towards like back CT, but it isn't. Instead, it's Keto on triple, and they waterfall onto him, but it's contained nicely. Plant's a win. Plant's a dub. That's really all you were hoping for in this round, and they get it. That's fine. That's a moral victory for Complexity, an economic victory for Complexity.
A good eco.
Forces him to reposition around CT bound now. OG, you might just be thinking about saving, and you might have been thinking it for a little while. They're going to give this a look in, see if anything presents itself. But that kill, now they're interested. Before, they were hanging around. They were waiting to see if anything was given to them. But you tell yourself, there's no way Complexity come a knocking.
They've got the money for this, but they need to go quick because the clock's going to be the biggest issue. It's already half-ticked, and that flash buys you another 5 seconds. I don't think there's a way OG can win this unless they get on this bomb right here, right now. Everyone dies, everyone gone, and OG win the round in the blink of an eye.
A tornado of death just ripped through the site in seconds, man. OG...
with the end of their map pick.
And it's almost funny, isn't it? Because we saw Complexity themselves try a last-second retake in that first half, and it didn't work, and they did get shut out. But when OG do it, and they do it beautifully.
JT and Grim up connector, and Halzerk on bomb retrieval. Keto has that cross. He should be good for one here, but Grim's going to find him. Fiku's still stuck behind default, crouched down, and Nexa trying to get that info for him from CT. Over the top, JT's gone, and they should be able to trade this one at worst case. Grim doesn't check default. It's all up to Halzerk. He's got that bomb, but he's got nothing else. Does catch Fiku swinging off the back of that flash. 20 seconds. Maybe there's a way he can isolate these fights. He doesn't know, though. Has no info to go off of. And Regali back from spawn picks him up. What a warm-up and recovery for OG. We said after the first half, only Cole, 4 players in double digits in kills. Everyone was performing well. OG were extremely quiet. It was just Fiku putting on rounds, finding 3 clutches in this map so far. Right now, all the stars are aligning. Fash is having some fantastic rounds up on close A. Fiku has been, as I said, pulling out these clutches. And Regali, round after round, warming in on this AWP. A lot of info early for OG. The Palace is clear. That allows this triple B stack, and Cole are walking right into it.
Oh, Fasher, that could have been something, but yeah, there's so much more where that came from. It's just layer after layer as you try to get into this B site. Nexa has this one way, but it's not needed. Regali makes it happen. There's his time in the limelight. Regali stands and delivers, and just like that, OG now sit 1 map closer to continuing this battle for the IEM Cologne group stage. Fast down long. This is how a lot of Overpass pistols look to go at the minute. It's taking this long control, moving in swiftly, and they have found the gap right now. Even though OG are desperately trying to fill it, these players are not going to be here in time to actually resist this site take.
Oh yeah, they seem so uncertain about this round, so uncertain about this call. The pace of the long play has caught OG off guard, but they're playing retake back from CT spawn. Floppy stalling them in middle right now, but they're still fighting on the bomb site. It's only Grim, and he's gone as well. Some blinding headshots from Fiku. He continues where he left off, back on Mirage. A bit early.
Fash is hanging around a fight here. This makes me somewhat nervous because he's very far forward, right? And even though he has kind of support from Regali, there's still this channel through the toilets where they can fight him in, and Elige is going to take that in his stride. Now Regali needs to pick up the pieces. Luckily enough, he will answer the call for now. Ooh, last couple of bullets, and Regali's clean with it. Leaves it all on Halzerg. A pistol clutch, not to be, as Keto domes him the moment he's revealed on that smoke.
So let's see if Complexity can respond early. They need to on the T side. Oh my goodness, that's an aggressive opener for Fasher. Runs up Party into Playground. And he just catches Elige out of the round immediately. Fiku's also looking for frags, and he will find one onto Floppy. Water is under the control of OG now, and he's so assured. He just sneaks back into Monster. There is very little control right now for Cole. They try and flash their way into B short, but they get met with a couple more players. Fiku shoots out some legs, and JT takes a beating. Meanwhile, Regali's gaining territory.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like that, this is a very heads-up play from Regali. It's not without its risks. For all he knows, they could be here, but he's now confirmed this B play, and so OG are that much more ready for it. Halzerg needed that, and with just JT left, I mean, he was practically a dead man when that 2v3 began.
Regali got to be quick on this one, and yeah, they run right by. The rifle falls instantly.
Oh, no.
There's a chance on this eco. Grim with a crucial trade before the bolt's cocked back. They forget the bomb, but they own the site.
Yeah, Utah starts to stream on in here. Grim is low, but not destined to find him. This is awkward for OG. Grim is super low on health, and he has that AK. It's out on an island over towards truck, so this won't be retrieved if he falls. Tapping into the bank, he can't quite find Fiku, who is immortal in this game so far. Creeping out, he tries to spot long. He sees Elige on this AWP, hoping he can bait a shot, bait a reaction out of the long player, and finally the immortal Fiku is brought to his knees by Elige's AWP on the long side. Keto tries his hand at sticking it. But Elige, there's an AWPer in all of us, and he shows that off there.
Rounds that you win, right, when you're just empty on the T side. And that's a danger of, playing the close bathrooms with that double setup. Fasher misses his spray completely, and Regali literally can't get more than 1 kill at that point. He is The
boost up. Kind of a wild timing for it.
Ooh.
Keto, this won't be easy, but he makes it look like it is.
Not ready for 3 though, surely. However, does Floppy have to make noise to drop off? He's like on that pipe, right?
Yeah. They boosted him up there, and he does, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think you can silent drop back onto the wood. So he's kind of stuck. This is weird. Flash is good though, Keto. Oh, he got clear, but too late. JT's going to wait for his teammate to trade this kill out, and Halzerg misses his shot.
No.
So Keto's killed them all. 4 frags in mid and connector, puts the FAMAS to work. My oh my. Keep communicating indeed. That wasn't calls, that was kills for k1to. He keeps his cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's even been moments in this game where, like, when we cut back to the cams, k1to looks...
So it's a bit awkward for Cole. They're just going to pop out with a monster flash. Elise sends it over, but there's so many players. In fact, the T's are more blind than the defense. OG, easy pickings as they slam the hammer down on this site. Elise needs the ace, and it's not meant to be. k1to keeps it clean, and OG, solid defense right now on this CT side. Cole are going to try their best to brute force their way in.
Yeah, there's still flashes in play here, and they're going to lob it into Monster, but it arrives too late. Grim's already out past the flash. He takes it one step further. It's Grim and Elise to make this happen, but the bomb dropped out on short, and now the mow down for Fasha. He tries to steal the round, tries to rob it, and Regali will! 9 seconds! Halzerk now needs the kill. He's going to get his running shoes on. There just isn't time! Oh no! The humanity complexity thought they had it, and even though the shot is missed, the round is robbed. OG. You know, if this comes down to being a close affair, it's rounds like that that come back to haunt you.
Oh, Fasha. His teammates making footsteps, and that actually worked out perfectly. They're looking the wrong way. So 2 for 1 on long, and the bomb again under OG possession. It's just a retrieval mission. Every round, retrieve this. Missed shot for Halzerk again, and it's a 3-on-1 at the 50-second mark. The only thing Froppy's got is time, and a couple of nice shots down. Takes k1to out, but Fiku doesn't need to reswing this. He's got a flash primed. Might just get hungry for more, and that's perfect. OG 8-2. Fiku's feeling pretty invincible right now. 12-4, continuing his strong performance from Mirage.
They're picking and choosing a different battle every damn round. You've got to be ready for everything.
Oh, and they're doing it again. Look at this push up long. That's an awkward spray for Halzerk. There is a trade, but they know there's surely more. Fiku in the kill feed already. Regali covers the mid-cross, so Fiku knows he's safe. He only needs to look forward and worry about the playground. And you can see where he's aiming. He's got essentially a one-way in the wood there. You can see their feet coming underneath. Catches Floppy almost third as well.
And I mean, this is where I think you've got to give Regali credit. He's been so smart and so on the money with these toilets pushes. The fact that he doesn't overextend, he just hangs around. You know, it looks like he knows that this was the intention. He is considering every option right now.
Sees the Matrix. Tournament life on the line right now on their map pick. An empty, soulless T side, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Another aggressive peak for Fasha. Thanks to Fiku pushed out on short, that will be Cole in the advantage. Yeah,
look, if you're looking for someone to kind of get switched online and be that hero figure, it has to be Elise. With how he's played, with the accolades that this guy has, the experience that he has, he needs to be the one to bring complexity back into the fold. And in this round, he picks up a key trade down in the connector for the first time in a long time. Complexity have the man advantage, and now this might trickle down across the rest of the troops, but timing is not their friend. They both have nades out, and that's the bomb away from Complexity. Floppy and Elise, the guys who started this for Cole, now have to end it as well. Their teammates fall like flies around them. Fire in the way. But like moths to a flame, they've got to go get this bomb back, and OG do not want to part ways with it. Elise, we said he had to be that guy. We said he had to be the hero. And he's delivered some heroics to open this up, make it a 1v1 in the first place. Regali left to beat. He knows he's like to com rotate. He knows this AWP is like to be com with power, but Regali is that much faster. He knocks out Elise, stops him, slows his roll midway through a hell of a round. He cancels out Elise, and that is so easier said than done.
Yeah, you're up against a guy with hot hands right there, feeling the 1v1 with the right read, as you say, on that con flank, and Regali just nails the shot. He has one opportunity, and he does not waste it. Oh, that's a dirty flick. And frustration set in if they weren't already. If Cole weren't tilted already.
Do whatever you want, because it's all working right now. We don't want to slow that down.
Nice.
Elise trying to be the hero, trying to be the the mascot that we can get behind has opened up another round for Complexity. And Halzerg, this time, not betrayed by an awkward smoke timing, extends that lead even further. A 5v3. They have fallen down in many moments like this, but this cannot afford to be one of them, and it's looking far better off the rip. JT in with a double, and that's the round. Finally, it takes them so long. It takes them 7 in a row for OG, but Complexity break that streak.
You can pull games back off of very rough T-sides on this map. But is this truly going to be one of them for Complexity?
That's another re-smoke in at the dumpster.
Yeah.
That feels like a wasted smoke, honestly. That should have gone over towards Bank, because now there's an avenue open. That's going to give OG a chance, at least, a launching platform. Grim tries to make up for it by locking down the Bank side, but he will fall. Everyone else is set up to play around the bomb, but there's a smoke now on it. That obscures the vision.
Dear.
Regali hits the shot. Halzerg will reply, but Nexa looks to stick it. They can't find him. Knife pull, and Halzerg will safeguard it. Locks that in, and so something goes right for Complexity in those dying moments of the game. They at least salvage something to hold on to. Something just to try and bring the mood back up from that first half. OG have their eyes set on this B site, and they're just going to run in with this util. Flashes on the back of it. There's Fasha with the opener. One more man still to beat, tucked in over at the back of Graffiti. They might go hunting for this kill.
Yeah.
They're going to go seeking this backside player, and even though Grim will stop the bomb, they hear everyone else. They can go up ahead. They don't need to. Keto locks it in. Bomb plant found, and now it's just Grim left standing. That flawless track record in pistols for OG keeps up, and this time it might be enough to keep them battling for the IEM Cologne groups. That no one's out over towards short. They're even looking down through the short tunnel. So they're going to start to paint a very clear picture of where OG are looking to end up. It's just OG can counter this with speed, with pace. Grim is the buffer stop between them and this top site, and he puts up 3, keeping Complexity in the advantage. Even though OG have a berth into the site, they're left a man down in the post plant, so someone's got to step up here.
Fiku can be that man, but he's caught by the double swing out Bank, and Regali can't get more than one, so Cole will survive the night. They will find a 5th.
Licking its lips at the promise of some of these eco kills over towards Long. Halzerg hears the footsteps, and so he is the one to give it a look in. Oh, lovely bit of control on the spray, and at least just let Keto.
Yeah, kind of let him down there a little bit, holding Long with him. Meanwhile, Cole are making a really nice call to go gamble A right now. They're leaving Floppy alone on Monster, but Shadow gives JT some info, and he doesn't have to re-peek because Grim has that close corner. They're stacked up here. The re-swing is a danger, though, as OG spacing was so far back. They were ready for that. Lige is now alone on the site. He has to do what he can, but nothing is enough. And OG immediately find 14. They go into a stack. They barely take a beating.
But the fact that they course correct so quickly and they even look to hunt down this saving player, they're going to do it. Keto shows no mercy today. No one gets to live. No one gets to survive.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to be on the back of these flashes. Keto lobbing them in, trying to tee this up. JT provides the opener, but that flash is perfect. Regali tees up Fasha for 1. A Lige, a Deagle, a Dream, tucked at the back of the site. A bit of support from Floppy will go a long way, and a Lige provides. It's left to Regali, alone in the clutch and never given a chance. That was a must-win round if Complexity wanted any chance of pulling this game back. Floppy down in the pit. If there ever was a time for the flop, not stopping. Double kill. That's about what you needed out of him here. It's leveled the playing field into the 3-on-3. And now that the backstab finds success onto Nexa, suddenly Complexity are right back in the driver's seat. Bomb on the back of Regali. He's taking it aggressive. He's seeking and searching, but destroyed on the swing into spawn. And then Halzerg brings it up the short side, locks in that round, and with it,
and if you hear anything, if you hear players throwing nades, setting up, you can regress a little bit further, but don't go too far, because Regali's waiting.
Gifted the opener. Oh, one step further from Regali. The AWP singing, and Floppy dead. This is a crystal clear round for OG. There's no way that this one gets muddied. Complexity, I mean, you know, they're up against 15. They can justify giving this a look in. But 2v5, it's going to take something miraculous. It's Grim and Elige. All teammates reunited in the 2v5. And they're not going to survive the night. Hounded down. Just Elige left standing. And he's going to bow out of this one. Concede 15 to OG.
You know, struggled with in that first half. No easy feat. But Complexity's impatience punishes them, and OG sit at match point.
Will have Complexity's time in the limelight draw to a close? Will he go unchecked? That's the big question. How committed will Grim be to bait for him and set up this play? Regali looks to clear it, but he decides against it. And so Elige and Grim combine. The two of them light up the A play, send OG packing, and Complexity live to fight another day.
That is out of absolutely nowhere. You felt like Elige was about to be cleared, and that's how it could have all come crumbling down. But a lazy check on the AWP. All the way back to the bomb site. That's so important. The heavy B, 4 stacked here, and OG are coming in.
These Halzone peaks have either been the best or the worst, and this time it's the former. Nails both opportunities he's given. He will get pressured here and found by Keto.
He's going.
Keto full sends it. Roasting in that Molotov. He either had to go back or commit.
Would love to see him reset there, right? He actually was, had to run further through the molly. He could have just grouped in a 3-on-3, but he felt, like he had a bit of room after that AWP pick. And now it's allowed Cole to re-establish monster control. Regali looking for an A pick, but that smoke's given Elige cover. He's going over. Oh dear, Regali with an inkling, and he's going to hit it. 2-on-2, but if they go B, both players are here.
No, this is so weird now, though. That kill on A completely removes the info. And so Complexity have to rotate. You've just seen the AWP over on Banana, and your A site is completely empty. They're going to bear it in mind that this play could still end B. That will be in the back of their minds. But at some point, you've got to just go with your gut. You've got to go with a decision here. And they're taking the gamble to both move up A. That is going to be something that replays in Elige's nightmares forever. If this is the round that cost them, if that little peek down through short completely uproots it all. Up until now, this was still somewhat in Complexity's hands. But now they've got the bulk of these players watching from beyond the grave as Grim and JT try to make this happen. Fascia to stop that, man. Grim will deal with the point man inside of the site. Regali gonna try step up to the plate. It was him that opened this, and he'll be the one to close it as well. Elige only harrowing nightmares and memories of this city in which he claimed his Grand Slam. Their time on European soil doesn't end with a bang, but with a whimper. First in Copenhagen, and now here in Cologne as well. The hopes of NA are not on the shoulders of any one team, but scattered in the breeze on a handful of individuals now.